Excelente, ya estamos en la última parte del auxiliar would. Si has venido haciendo los videos en orden, te darás cuenta y te acordarás que practicamos primero con would, luego practicamos con would like to y finalmente el día de hoy, en este momento, vamos a practicar con would rather. Bien, entonces recuerda, simplemente sígueme. Ya hemos practicado bastante, simplemente sígueme. Igual, la promesa de todos los videos, voy a hablar más despacio para que me puedas seguir y no se te complique tanto, ¿vale? Igual también, si ya lo puedes decir más rápido que yo, está excelente, simplemente sigue conforme va el video y relájate en el tiempo que tengas libre, ¿vale? Entonces, vamos a comenzar. Déjenme hacer aquí un cambio. A ver, aquí está, bien. Entonces, vamos a empezar a la 3. Dice una, dos, tres. Dice, would he rather be parents at the hospital? Yes, she would rather beat the boxer at the fighting ring. No, it wouldn't rather become a young mother at the island. Would we rather begin the race at the relay race? Yes, you would rather bend the smartphone at the electronics store. No, they wouldn't rather bite the dog's tail at the beach. Would he rather blow some bubbles at the garden? Yes, she would rather break the pencil at the math class. No, it wouldn't rather bring a stick at the park. Would we rather build a wooden house at the orphanage? Yes, you would rather burn sparkles at the party. No, they wouldn't rather buy groceries at the supermarket. Would he rather catch the ball at the baseball game? Yes, she would rather choose a person at work. No, it wouldn't rather come slowly at home. Would we rather cost $15 at the convenience store? Yes, you would rather cut a bell pepper at the restaurant. No, they wouldn't rather dig a hole at the beach. Would he rather do homework at the living room? Yes, she would rather draw a cartoon at the class. No, it wouldn't rather drink water at the beach. Would we rather drive a pickup truck at the highway? Yes, you would rather dream about her wedding on the grass. No, they wouldn't rather eat seafood at the buffet. Would he rather fall from the skateboard at the sidewalk? Yes, she would rather feed an elephant at the zoo. No, it wouldn't rather feel love at the wedding. Would we rather fight with a boxer at the Olympic Games? Yes, you would rather find Easter eggs on the grass. No, they wouldn't rather fit the wig on the head. Bien, permíteme checar algo aquí rápidamente. Ajá, ajá. Ok, perfecto, muy bien. Continuamos. Yes, perdón, ¿cuál yes? Would he rather fly a plane in the competition? Yes, she would rather get the nails at the beauty parlor. No, it wouldn't rather forget the meeting at the office. Would we rather give presents at Christmas? Yes, you would rather forgive a mistake at the park. No, they wouldn't rather go on vacations to Jamaica. Would he rather grow plants at the greenhouse? Yes, she would rather hang from the branch at the tree. No, it wouldn't rather have a new home at the city. Would we rather hear the ambulance at the street? Yes, you would rather hide in the blanket on the couch. No, they wouldn't rather hit the ball at the baseball game. Would he rather hold a frame at the gallery? Yes, she would rather hurt a knee at the mall. No, it wouldn't rather keep money in the piggy bank. Would we rather know how to play chess in the academy? Yes, you would rather lay the mosaic on the floor. No, they wouldn't rather lead the orchestra at the concert. Would he rather leave home for vacations? Yes, she would rather lend money at the home loan. No, it wouldn't rather lie on the sofa at home. Would we rather lie to my sister at the house porch? Yes, you would rather lose weight at the spa. No, they wouldn't rather make bread at the bakery. Would he rather meet with a spiritual leader at the White House? Yes, she would rather put makeup at the backstage. No, it wouldn't rather quit smoking cigars at home. Would we rather read the Bible on bed? Yes, you would rather ride a horse at the horseback riding course. Excelente, muy bien. No, they wouldn't rather ring the phone at the lobby. Would he rather raise the hand in math class? Yes, she would rather run constantly at marathons. No, it wouldn't rather say hello to students at classes. Would we rather see an Airbus plane at the sky? Yes, you would rather sell clothes at the flea market. No, they wouldn't rather send a WhatsApp at the office. Would he rather set the clock at the office? Yes, she would rather shake its body at the garden. No, it wouldn't rather shoot to a plate at the shooting range. Would we rather shut the door at the service room? Yes, you would rather sing a song at the Voice Mexico. No, they wouldn't rather sit carefully at the edge of the floor. Would he rather sleep deeply on the cradle? Yes, she would rather slide on the slide at the thematic park. Muy bien, vas bastante bien, continuamos. No, it wouldn't like, sorry. No, it wouldn't rather speak English at practice aid. Would we rather spend some money at the coffee shop? Yes, you would rather stand on the board at the waves. No, they wouldn't rather steal money from the public bank. Would he rather stick the wood at the carpentry workshop? Yes, she would rather strike with bombs at the military base. No, it wouldn't rather swear the swearing at the White House. Would we rather sweep the street in the city? Yes, you would rather swim fast at the swimming pool. No, they wouldn't rather take a picture at the flowers field. Would he rather teach physics at college? Yes, she would rather tear the toilet paper at the bathroom. No, it wouldn't rather tell a secret at the office. Would we rather think about an apple at the store? Yes, you would rather throw balloons at the park. No, they wouldn't rather understand chemistry at the lab. Would he rather wear a suit outside the mall? Yes, she would rather win the trophy at the tournament. No, it wouldn't rather write appointments in the agenda. Would we rather grind chili at the traditional kitchen? Yes, you would rather spin the toy on the ground. No, they wouldn't rather withdraw money from the cash machine. Would he rather spit fire at the festival? Yes, she would rather sting the man at his house. Y finalmente, no, it wouldn't rather let free balloons at the New Year celebration. Celebration, congratulations, excelente, terminaste, muy bien. Ya te aventaste las tres de Wood, ya no hay más Wood por el día de hoy. Hasta quién sabe cuándo, ¿no? En la luna gramática avanzada nos lo vamos a hablar en. Pues bien, de mi parte es todo. Muchas gracias por haber hecho esta práctica. Compártela, déjame tus comentarios. Si tienes dudas, contáctame en lo que te pueda servir a la distancia. Me contactas, me dices y te ayudo, ¿vale? Entonces, nos vemos en tu siguiente práctica. Te mando un fuerte abrazo y gracias por estar aquí. Bye bye.